they did announce, as we feared, that they would run this idea into the ground. Major League Baseball, of course, was going to have another Field of Dreams game. Uh, Somehow they decided it should involve the Cubs, which I think there's logical. Cubs have a AAA team in Iowa, so the White Sox got to have their game. They were in the movie. The next logical team would be the Cubs. The illogic is having their opponent be the Cincinnati Reds.
I don't get it. It's not. I can't believe it's not the Cardinals.
Well, for marketing purposes, having it be
The
the Cardinals
Dodgers.
anybody would have made more sense than the Reds. The Reds, I guess you would say historically, they are the oldest Major League Baseball team.
Well, I know why the Reds are in it because that's who the White Sox played in 1919.
Yeah,
they're
maybe.
trying to.
I don't think you want to play that up. Is that a marketing ploy? If that is, that's
I don't know.
Ill-conceived marketing.
That was the only thing I could think of having, and location. Like there's also I think thinking. Well, that doesn't make sense because they brought the Yankees from the East Coast. I don't know.
Cubs fans and Reds fans will get fired up for that rivalry, but nobody else gives a fuck about that rivalry. So people across the country care about the Cubs and Cardinals rivalry, but
right, they do. I mean, it's usually some of the most watched baseball.
So I just immediately posted retweeted Major League Baseball's announcement yesterday with a meme of Fonzie jumping the shark. Because it was going to be, it's never going to live up to the first game. And now that they've chosen these mediocre opponents, it's not going to be, it can't live up to it. It'll be okay to watch. I don't know if it's going to continue after next year. I hope it doesn't. I think there are other ways to create novelty and have interesting games. You've got, every team plays 162 times 30. We've got lots of games, a couple thousand games to play with every year. Why not do something interesting? And I'm glad they did the Field of Dreams. Like I said, they're going to run it into the ground. I think a better idea, and this is something that popped into my head last week, they could kill a couple birds with one stone. Why not have the major league teams play at each of their minor league affiliates? I would call this the MLB minor league payback tour, where we've seen over the last year how Major League Baseball has leveraged a pandemic to take over the minor leagues and make it bow to their will. Minor League Baseball used to be a separate entity until last year that was a partnership with Major League Baseball. And now they are just part of Major League Baseball. And with that power that Major League Baseball usurped, they lopped off 42 franchises, taking away minor league baseball from those communities across the country in a pretty draconian method. I say, why not, get a little bit of goodwill again and help both, a marketing win for Major League Baseball and a huge monetary boon for each of their minor league affiliates by playing a major league game in each of their minor league affiliates stadiums. The example, like just locally, I was thinking it'd be tough for the Oakland A's necessarily to play in the Lugnuts here in Lansing, play in their stadium, unless they're in town playing the Tigers. And just take one of the Tigers series games and move it to Lansing. That would be, for Lansing, Michigan, that would be tantamount to, it wouldn't be as big as a Michigan State football game, or, if Duke came to the Breslin Center to play basketball, but it would be up there for the Tigers playing, if it's Oakland, if that's how it works out. It would be a big fucking deal. I think, to put things in perspective, I think you would enjoy watching the White Sox once a year, maybe playing in Charlotte. If they had a game, they would, maybe play, I don't know what the closest geographical, if they had an interleague game against the Nationals or something, just move a game to Charlotte, or
right.
They figured out how to play in a fucking cornfield in the middle of Dyersville, Iowa. They could figure this out. I'm not.
Yeah,
no
doubt. I mean, I think they could figure anything out. I mean, you could bring baseball to like the inner cities or something and give back to that. There's so many other options that turn into like feel good stories too.
I particularly like this idea just because it helped. It was a novelty, and I think it would be good marketing. I think it'd be fun to. I don't think you'd want to see a ton of games in Charlotte or in Birmingham or Winston-Salem, but one a year, I think that'd be cool. You check that out, and it would certainly help out the local economy. So for
No,
each of those minor league affiliates, it's goodwill all around and good money, good business all around. So I think I'd like to see Major League Baseball get a little more creative and a little more altruistic with their novelty games if they're going to continue to do this.
yeah, and another cool thing they could do is like allow the teams to add like without counting against their the minor leagues players like trips up and down to the majors. Like you can also add like a couple of the whatever affiliates team you're on, add a couple of those AAA players or whatever AA players to your roster to play with the big league team.
Well, a little bit different than that, but similar ideas, like an exhibition game between the Major League Club and the minor league club. That we actually did that in Montgomery back when I worked with the Montgomery Biscuits, the Rays AA affiliate. Just after spring training ended, and like a day or two before that,
to do that a lot. They don't anymore.
The Rays actually came to Montgomery and played the Biscuits, and it was the coolest fucking thing. Joe Madden was the manager at the time, and he did a whole Q&A session the day of that we marketed the hell out of. Played the game, just did all sorts of stuff, and it was the biggest thing that happened in Montgomery in decades. It's just a simple thing like that. So people talk about the logistics and how do you fit these things in. Again, they figured out how to play a fucking major league game in a cornfield in Iowa. So don't tell me there's not a way to get it done. Did you hear anything about the logistics of it, especially for the White Sox? Like I guess, did they just bus out that morning and bus back, or where did the Yankees stay? Or there's no hotels.
I think they did fly into a local airport.
They did. Okay.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about here with, flying into minor league towns, these are cities.
Right.
They have facilities. They all have had baseball teams there before. They have a stadium that they don't have to build like they had to create this temporary one for Field of Dreams. So let's make this happen.